You are now watching That's Hilarious.
And what's good, everybody? Welcome inside now. That's hilarious. Of course, as always and forevermore, it is your boy Hilarious D, man. How y'all doing today? It is Wednesday. As you guys are listening to this, I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing good. It's the middle of the week. As always, it's hump day. For some of y'all, this is pay week. So go ahead and enjoy your payday. Today or Friday, whenever that you get paid, you deserve it. Welcome inside the show. Pull up a chair, drag up a chair, crawl up with your chair, it don't matter. Find a seat somewhere, sit down, listen and tune in and participate. This is a participation show designed by me, but tailored and ran by you guys. So today, man, we're gonna get into bullying, and it's a topic I've been wanting to tackle for a long time now. And talking about bullying, it's never the right time to talk about that. Bullying is something that occurs all day, every day, no matter where you are in the country, no matter what size you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what you stand for. People are bullied for any and everything in this world. So let's jump right into it. So bullying, how does it start? Where does it start? How to overcome it? How to stop it? All questions that we ask one another, or questions that we ask our school officials, questions that we ask anyone and everyone who's around the bullying site during the bullying situation. So, how does bullying start? In my opinion, and once again, this is opinionated based podcast or show, so I'm not a professional, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a professional. I'm just giving my opinion based off my experiences when I can, however I can. So in my opinion, bullying starts, I believe, with the person. And some people may say, well, the person who's bullying has been bullied. And that's not always true. The person who's doing the bullying may or may not have or have not been bullied. But I believe it starts with the person who's doing the bullying. It starts with them. How they feel about their self, how they feel about themselves in their household, how they feel about themselves in society. That's just my opinion. Well, what do you mean, D? What I mean is, for certain bullies, I believe there is some type of insecurities that takes place inside the bully. For example, these are clear-cut examples. If a bully sees someone who's smaller than them, weaker than them, and not as popular as them, that's an easy target. To narrow it down to a few, we have people who wear glasses, maybe made as a target for bulliers. People who are short in stature and skinny in appearance may be a target for bullies. Someone who's fat, kid, as a kid or a teenager, even in adults, someone who's fat or overweight, as we used to say, can be made as a target for bullies. You even have skin tones and nationalities. People get bullied because of who they are and where they're from and their cultural past. For example, during 9/11, we already had Middle Eastern cultures or people living in the United States. So after 9/11, you heard about a whole lot of hate crimes on people from the Middle East, people from Afghanistan and Baghdad and Iraq, people who were already living here, being bullied because they were from Pakistan and Afghanistan and Iraq and all those countries after 9/11. Is it right? No. It should have happened? No. Could we as a country prevented it? Probably. Even during the coronavirus, you had blacks and Asians who were being made fun and bullied and targeted because of some crazy opinion that black people carry coronavirus, or we have the most or the highest rate in fatalities and contractions in coronavirus. You have the Asians where they said the coronavirus started because they were eating bats and things like that. That's prejudice. It's not really bullying, that's being prejudiced. So to get back on track a little bit, bullying starts with inside the person. Sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes we gotta put ourselves inside the bully's shoes. That's what we don't do. We don't put ourselves inside the shoes of others, and we don't say, well, what could have made this person that way? Even though we don't know, there are clear-cut evidence that gives us a view of what that person felt. So if I'm a bully and I have insecurities as a child, I'm not happy at home, I'm being abused, I'm crying out. That's what bullying is to me, is a person who's crying out for help. And the best way that they can get over their insecurities or get over their trauma is by bullying or hurting other people, so that people may feel the same pain that they felt. It's not right, nor is it cool. Can we prevent it? Probably. I know for myself, as a young child, I had a couple bullies, and once again, this is an opinionated show, and also this is a show based off experiences when I can, however I can give it to you guys. So being bullied as a kid, I wore glasses. That was invitation number one. I was fat, and that's before I lost my sight. Hadn't lost my sight yet. I was a fat kid. That was invitation number two. And to top it all off with invitation number three to bullies, I was quiet. I stuck to myself. I got my work done. I spoke to the teachers, or I spoke to kids who I knew I was cool with, and we didn't have any beef, or they didn't want to bully me, this, that, and the third. And I've always been a big kid, and some people may say, those of you who know me, well, it can't be true, Denzel. You're a big dude. All you had to do was, punch him or handle your business or sit on him, as they, say as a child. No, it's not. It's easier said than done, man. When you're faced with a bully and you don't know why that person is bullying you, it's hard to react. Cause you just leave me alone, bro. Or sis, or whoever's bullying you, leave me alone. I'm not doing nothing to you. Stop talking to me. Get away from me. Leave me alone. And all that's really doing when you say type of stuff like that is letting that bully know that, they're in control of the situation. They got you, okay? I'm messing with them, getting inside his or her head. So I got them now. Now every day, I'm going to make their life a living hell. And that's how it was for me pretty much when I got in I'll say from the 3rd to the 4th grade. I dealt with bullies a lot. And they were bullies of all colors, shapes, sizes, whatever you want to say. I even had I wouldn't call her a bully. I think she kind of sort of liked me. So to get to me, she would mess with my brother and whatnot. And then nowadays, you know about the lesbians and things like that. And I think she might have been a tomboy, but she had, girl instincts. But for me, I thought she was a boy. This was around the time I was losing my sight. And if you look at her face, I can never remember her name. She looked like a boy. She played basketball, she played football. She was a girl, but she acted and looked like a boy. But I think she liked me, so she would mess with my brother every day. A little tedious stuff. Poke him and love tap him, as they call him back in the day, to make me say something to her and whatnot and things like that. And then basically how that bullying problem was solved, that I just basically asked her, do you like me, or do you like my brother? And she was like, no, I don't like your brother, but I do like you. And I'm sitting to myself like, shorty, I don't even know if you are a male or a female. And then when she told me her name and stuff like that, and her mom picked her up one day and used the term girl, I was okay, that is a girl, but still, I don't like you like that. First off, we in the 4th grade. What is liking in the 4th grade? In the 4th grade, I'm worried about video games and sports and snacks and stuff like that. I'm not thinking about no girls in the 4th grade. And that was pretty much it for that bully, because I lost my sight. I don't even know where she is today. Another bullying incident I had where the odds were different is that it was this Puerto Rican boy. His name was Angel. And it's like in the 3rd grade again, before I lost my sight. And he would always just pick, like, do little nagging things, kick dirt on my shoes, throw things at me, stuff like that. And I never asked him why, because I was just furious at this point with this bully. I was just furious of the things that he would just do. So one day I was in the main staircase waiting for my mom to pick me up, and he was messing with me the whole time, and me waiting for my mom to get there and my brother to get there. So just as my mom and brother was walking in the door, he was still picking with me. I told my mom, like, can you say something to him? He messing with me, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So just as she went to say, okay, he did something. He ran past me and smacked me in the back of the head or something like that. So before I knew it, I ran after him, and he tripped on the step. And why did he do that, y'all? He tripped on the step. So as he was falling down, I was smiling. And if I had horns, they probably was curled up. So as he was falling down, I sped up a little bit, and right as he hit the ground, I hit him in the back of his head. Bop! Hit him in the back of the head. Bop! A couple more times. Bop! Bop! So, yeah, my mom came over there like, stop, stop, stop. And the teacher came out of nowhere like, why would you do that to him? And this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, y'all didn't see what he was doing to me. So young viewers out there, it's never the first person that gets caught. It's always the second man or woman who gets caught in the act. So please, please, please check your corners. Tell someone again, and tell someone after that. And even in the midst of you getting ready to punch or hurt somebody, tell somebody of what's going on, so that you can make sure that you have witness of people that you reported being bullied to. So that's just a couple incidents I had in my life on, the odds being different in bullies, size, shape, color. And, like I said before, I believe it is a cry out for help. Things aren't going good in their life, so they gotta cause pain, they gotta cause havoc, or maybe they have been bullied. And now they said, forget it, ain't nobody gonna bully me. I'm gonna be rough and tough. I'm gonna be the biggest bully. And that's how some bullies become. And that's where the where bullies come from in this whole situation. So you have two types. You have ones who may be going through things in their life, insecurities, family issues, abuse. That's one way a person can become a bully, to act out their frustrations in their own life. And then the second type of bully is someone who simply says, forget it. I'm not going to be bullied anymore. I am going to be the bully. And I wish anyone would try to take my bully spot. And that's the second thing we're going to talk about is people who have been picked on and now they are the bully. And I can't fault them. I would get tired of being bullied and things like that. And, just, hey, forget it. I am the bully now. Now mess with me. So, and as we move into about the second half of the show, we approaching 15 minutes within the show. How do we deal with bullies? It's very, very complicated on how to deal with bullying as a parent and as a person that's being bullied. Because I can remember stories in Baltimore where people got tired of being bullied by someone and they brought guns and knives to school and basically killed that person and any and everybody that got in their way. And that's pretty much, it is the wrong way of dealing with a bully. And where is the officials who were dealing with this person? How many times did that person report being bullied? How many times that person tell that person to leave me alone? How many times did that person say, if you keep on messing with me, I'm going to kill you? All those are signs of being fed up with bullying. So those of you who are on Anchor, stick around, come on back. You guys got a commercial break probably right about now. So come on back, bring a friend, tell them to tune in with you. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, you guys stick right here, man. We gonna keep on going. So see you guys after you come back from your commercial break. Those of you viewing on Anchor and my viewers on YouTube, let's keep on going. So, where do bullies come from? Again, like we said earlier in the show, they come from everywhere. They can come from everywhere. All shapes, sizes, and colors. It don't matter. How do we deal with bullies? Is what we're going to talk about next. And welcome back, those of you coming back from commercial break on Anchor, Spotify, and everywhere else that you are viewing this podcast. Welcome back. So how do we deal with bullying as a person being bullied? Well, speaking from experience again, I dealt with bullying, like I said, telling my mom, my dad, my brother. Even though he was younger than me, I told him, these are people that you make a record with, that someone is messing with you. And my parents always told me, well, you tell somebody 3 times, and the third time somebody don't do something, then you handle your business physically, violently, if you will. Telling your parents to tell that person's parent, if they are a child, what's going on, so that their parents know that their child is bullying people and things like that. If you're an adult and you're being bullied at work or at work, you tell your boss, your supervisor. Those people, you make a record of people who's bullying you, whether it's physical bullying, verbal bullying, racial bullying. You record and you tell people all of that. You don't want to be in a situation where you just react angrily. And again, like I said, you hurt that person to the point where as though they're dead in the hospital, and now you're the one that's the bad person because you reacted in such a way that no one could understand why you would react like that. So check your bases, check your boxes, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you are dealing with bullying the right way, in the correct way. Tell. I know it's hard to consistently keep on telling someone because you feel like a punk or you feel like you're weak because you are telling, but once you lash out and you hit that person, then people might say, or they should say, well, he did tell us such and such was bullying him and he got fed up. Then the blame is on everyone, including yourself, in the way that you reacted. You take the blame for how you reacted, but the people that you told and that you recorded the bullying with is taking the blame because they didn't take action when they heard about it. Nowadays, bullying situations are handled pretty good, pretty fairly, if you will. They have all type of bully hotlines and bully procedures on how you should go about handling it, both as the bully. I believe I'm saying that right, and the person who knows there's a bullying situation going on. And one thing I'm a fan of is taking action right away, especially with children and adults, of course, but especially with children. As a young child or a teenager, we react off of instinct versus, lessons or the knowledge that we were given. So a lot of times when you have these bullies being hurt physically by someone, they're fed up, they're tired of being picked on, being hit, being punched, tired of the schools and the neighborhood making fun of them because they're being bullied, and the person that's being bullied don't know how to react to the person that's bullying them because they don't know what they did to the person. And sometimes that's how bullying starts, man, is that we don't know why the bully is bullying our son or daughter, or we don't know why our son and daughter is bullying that person. Well, I'm here to tell you that it had to start from somewhere. Everything started from somewhere, and we covered that earlier in the show, is that it starts from somewhere, whether it's at home with themselves or even inside the school or in the neighborhood. Bullying starts from somewhere. So young viewers that's watching, that's under the age of 18, stop bullying people. If you are bullying people in school, it's not cool. It doesn't make you cool. Honestly, when you grow up and you look back, you're going to realize how weak you were. Tell someone if you have a problem with yourself that's going on. Tell someone too. It's not right or cool for you to be going through what you're going through mentally either. Tell someone. Don't lash out and hurt people because you're hurting. Tell someone that you're hurting and in what way you are hurting. Friends of bullies, friends of people who are being bullied, tell someone. It's not right for you just to stand there and see what's going on and not back your friend up or tell your bully friend that that's wrong. Tell them it's wrong. Back your friend up. There's strength in numbers. If it's one bully and two of y'all, or two bullies and four of y'all, the four of y'all or the two of y'all have the numbers. Stick together in situations like that, and then go tell what happened and suffer the consequences later. But know that you helped a friend out, or friends of the bully, tell him or her that that's not cool to leave that person alone. It shows that you are a leader and you aren't a follower. And things like that. It's ways we gotta deal with these things, because again, being bullied and bullying people has a effect on a person's adulthood. If you are a bully and you aren't stopped, or the bullying isn't stopped at a young age or right then and there, then you become an adult who thinks he or she can say and do any and everything to people. You can't. You won't be here very long. It's not godly, and it's not humanly right to bully people. It has to stop somewhere. People may say, well, counseling isn't working. Well, try something else. Parents, if you know your child is a bully or being bullied, watch the things that you do. Again, this is important in the bully situation. So if you grow up as an adult who bully people and you think you big and bad and tough, and no one hasn't stopped you or confronted you, then you have children or a child who gains that same confidence, if you will, for lack of a better term, that they can do and say any and everything to people, man, woman, child, or beast. And you pass on that gene, you pass on that trait of bullying. I believe bullying can be passed on. So you gotta watch what you do around your children. Bullies, or used to be bulliers, and the bullies. You gotta watch what you're doing around your children. Stand up for what you believe in. That's a gene that can be passed on, I believe, too. It's the confidence gene. The gene that allows you as a male or female to believe in what and who you are. What you believe in, I should say, and who you are. So as we go into our last and final commercial break, for those of you who are watching elsewhere, on Anchor, Spotify, and everywhere else, when you come back, we're going to close out. Once again, those of you watching on YouTube, we're going to keep on going. So thank you guys for listening always on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else that you guys are watching this. And don't be afraid to reach out to me. My email address is always in the description on YouTube. Send me a message on Anchor. Anywhere else, I'll respond. I promise you I will. So you guys enjoy your last and final commercial break. See you when you get back. So in the closing, as we welcome back our viewers from commercial break, in closing on this podcast, bullying, it's you can say a very, very complicated tradition. I can recall, or can't recall, a time where someone was bullied. It happens. Bullying happens, but how we stop it, or how we nurture it, or how we view it, is what makes the difference. Again, if you are a child or adult who was witnessing someone being bullied, you stop it, especially if that's your friend. On either side, you stop it. If your friend won't stand up to the bully, then you stand up for your friend, and eventually you'll show your friend that they can do the same thing. If you are witnessing someone bullying someone, tell them to chill out. Tell them it's not cool. Tell them it doesn't make them a big person or a cool person because they bullied the weakest person in school, or so they thought they bullied the weakest person in school. So stop it. Adults, handle it right away. Remove those people, separate those people, even if you had to send them to 2 different schools. If that's one of your ways of handling bullying, sit them down, talk to them, talk to the parents, both parents, sets of parents. Excuse me. And in closing, people who are bullying people, your time will come. The bully always becomes the person who gets bullied. There's always going to be someone bigger and badder than you. So just because you're walking around thinking that you bullied 10 people, there may be 10 people that's bigger and stronger than you who's bullying you. So you will get yours back. And yeah, man, another short conversation for this